Let's play Where Is That? Let's start, as we always do, with the rail. Let's see what kind of rail we might get on here. All right, this looks promising. This looks like a lot, actually. Very interesting. I won't make any more comments for now. Let's see what we've got. But I'm thinking that a lot of this actually probably is passenger rail, not just a bunch of freight. But who knows? Let's see if it is accompanied by some other subway or light rail. Subway, oh, no. Let's see if we can get both those subway and tram layers coming in. Neither of them came in. Okay, yeah. Subways. Load up for me here. What do we got? Could not load data. Well, that is a bummer. Is it going to load now? Nope, still not. I think maybe we need to buy this guy some more coffee so that he can improve the site. I really love this game, and it's a shame that it hasn't gained a little bit more traction because I would love to see the infrastructure of it built a little bit better. But anyway, suggest that you buy him some coffee if you're playing along. I'll certainly plan to do that too. Oh, the subway is on here now. Okay, so we've got a decent amount. Interesting that this is not connected to this. I'm guessing that's just a feature of the map, not the transit system. Okay, let's see if we've got any additional light rail in addition to that. It's always interesting when you're looking at the subway layers too, these kind of things, because I think it literally shows you anything that's on Street View, OpenStreetMap. So, you know, it's got the depots in there, it's got all sorts of stuff. It's just anything that's marked with that layer, regardless of if it's a revenue service mile or not. Okay, so there's no light rail. How about trams? Trams and funiculars, okay, we got a bunch. So, surely this is Europe, right? I mean, just to start, it's got a bunch of rail. Second, trams and funiculars, yeah, you see those everywhere in the world, but usually not to the extent where you have this kind of network. Man, I gotta go with Europe somewhere. Let's keep working here to see what we've got. It does seem like we probably have maybe a coastal city, or there's something going on that's preventing some development on the southeast side of this map. Motorways, load it for me, please. What do we got? Still not loading. Okay, this is annoying. All right, motorways. They're not loading, but rivers and canals we do have quite a bit. Interesting. So this is I don't know if it's an island, but it's definitely a serious river going through town here. What about bigger waterways like lakes? And basically, I want to see if there's a coastline here of some sort. Lakes, again, having some loading issues here, but I mean, my thought is that there probably is some sort of coastline here, although maybe not, because the subway seems to go out to a larger extent than you get with the rest of the infrastructure, which doesn't make me think that there's like a really clearly defined border there. But I don't know. What do I know? Let's see if the coastline. Okay, there is no coastline. That's interesting. So now let's see. What do we got for lakes? Are you going to load? Seems to be an issue we're having. Lakes and reservoirs. Oh god. Okay, there's just a bunch of stuff all over the place. Is this helpful? Really don't know. It seems like a wet place. You know, I don't think we're in Phoenix. But besides from that, I mean, okay, so it's a wet place in Europe. That is not that helpful. I mean, I guess this could be anywhere in Europe, but maybe not like an arid climate. Maybe a little less likely to be like in Spain, for example, and a little bit more likely to be in like the Low Countries. This could be a country in the Netherlands or Germany. Let's check out the airport. All right, looks like we've got a major airport over here. How major is it? Big enough to have a subway line that goes there. It looks like it's a pretty substantial airport. You got some terminal buildings. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's medium size. Hard to say. And then you've also got this might be just a little regional airport down here. I don't really know where we are, but there's rivers, there's a lot of water, but we're not on the coast. We've got a major airport up here. My kind of knee-jerk reaction is, especially with the mix of tram and rail, and then also the kind of like heavy freight style rail and commuter rail, I'm thinking that this seems to match a little bit better with like a German city. And I know that's, I don't know if this is right, but Munich does have an airport that's to the north that is kind of roughly that size. I don't know if this is big enough to be the Munich airport, but I'm going to guess Munich, and let's see what we've got. All right, Munich is wrong, and it's very far away, so that's interesting. So we need to go to the southeast, excuse me. So what's to the southeast of Munich by 4,400 miles? Where does that take us? I mean, pretty far, right? I mean, this is probably, this could be like Azerbaijan or somewhere in Turkey. I don't think this could be Istanbul, because I think you would see the coastline here. I mean, this doesn't look like the Bosphorus Strait. Doesn't seem like it's big enough. Also, all of the major transport infrastructure is on the west side of the Bosphorus Strait, so that doesn't really match with this. All right, well, let's see what else we can do. Oh, motorway's never loaded. Let's see. Can I get that to load? Yes. Is it useful? Maybe. I think this is, so definitely, this seems like the infrastructure of a place that has okay transit. And it's 4,400 miles away from Munich, which I think means that we're like either in the Middle East or Central Asia, but it's got to be a pretty big city. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I went too far with that assumption. I mean, could this be like, oh man. Ankara? Am I spelling that right? No. Oh, and I'm still really far. Okay, I got to go a lot farther to the west or to the east. So, wow. What does that? Where does that take me? I guess India could be an option here. I don't know any cities in India that have such an extensive tramway network, or really even metro systems that looks like that with everything else that matches too. I mean, it could be somewhere there. I mean, is it a little bit closer than India? I mean, could it be like somewhere in Pakistan, or somewhere else in the Middle East? Could this be like Tehran? I don't know if that's right. I don't think that's too close to Ankara. That wouldn't be 3,300 miles. So I think we have to be in like India. It could be like China or Nepal or Kathmandu or something like that. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm just to kind of hedge. No, screw that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take a few hints here. Let's go with a. I'm just going to go with the country. This is taking a long time, so let's hope. Okay, it is in India. Okay, well, that's not as useful as I was hoping, because India is pretty big. I mean, I also don't know exactly how they're defining trams and funiculars. It's possible that's not what I kind of like was classically imagining when I saw the red pull up on here. I'm just going to take a little bit of time here to look around. I mean, this is a big airport. So, I mean, I could try an obvious city like Delhi. I'm trying to think here. I think the airport in Delhi is to the south of the city. So I don't think that this would match very well. But I could be wrong. But I don't think it is. Mumbai doesn't really look anything like this, and I mean it's just there's no coastline on this map really that would indicate that. There's a lot of water. Where else has, I mean, could it be like Bangalore? I'm just trying to think of other cities that have big metro systems. No. Okay, we got to go to the northwest. I mean, could this be northeast of Bangalore, 1,000 miles? Is it Calcutta? Yes. Okay. Not my best solve, but I'm glad we got there. Honestly, I'm giving myself a little bit of slack because I've never been to this city. It's always much worse when it's a city I actually really know well and have been to several times, and that's not the case here. So, awesome. Let me know how you do in the comments if you happen to get this map, and I'll see you next time.